Whether you're just starting your career or you have years of experience, let's talk about something important, and that is career mistakes. We all make them, but today I'm going to talk about the top 5 career mistakes you must avoid. So let's dive in. First up is not networking enough. Seriously, this one's big and probably the most important one. The connections you make through networking can open up doors you didn't even know existed. And it's also something a lot of people tend to not do enough of. From a career standpoint, an easy way to approach this is to think about where you might want to take your career in terms of career path or job title, industries, and companies. From there, identify a few people that are doing that job in the industries and or in the companies that you're interested in. Ideally, some of those people should be hiring managers. Think about the people you've already met and have worked with. Those are great starting points and you'll want to strengthen those relationships. But you also may have second-degree connections. These are people you may get to know through people you already know. And these are connections of connections, in which case you'd want to ask someone you know for an introduction. This can all be done fairly easily via email if the network is within your company. This can be done in a variety of ways, but one platform I like to use is LinkedIn. So whether you're reaching out to someone you know or a second-degree connection, you can send them a simple message that reads something like this. Hi, hope you're well, interested in a career transition to insert job title here, and your profile stood out to me. Would love to connect and learn more about your experience. Thanks. Once you do that and they reply in a positive way, now it's time to set up a chat. And in that chat, express your interest in that career path and why, then ask them questions about their journey. And then if the conversation went well, you must set follow-up meetings. Maintain the relationship over a long period of time and even try to find ways to add value to them. See if they need help with anything. Find opportunities to get a little bit more involved with what it is that they do. And do this in whatever capacity is possible or that makes sense with your time frame and their job. In some cases, there's not going to be a whole lot you can do, but the whole point of it is you want to express and show genuine interest. Mistake number 2 is staying in your comfort zone. Look, it's cozy there, but it's also where dreams go to die. Push yourself to learn new skills. Take on challenging projects. You also may want to consider switching roles, even if it's a role that you may not feel 100% ready for. Growth happens when you step outside of your bubble. Worst thing you can do is just to do your job and nothing else. And you're also not getting as much visibility from your peers or leaders, which is something you absolutely want if you want to grow your career. And that ties back to networking, which for some of you, that may actually be what stepping out of your comfort zone means. But again, consider networking even as a way to take on new challenges and explore new opportunities. Next is ignoring continuous learning. It's tempting to think that you know everything there is to know after earning a degree or being on the job for many, many years. But the world is changing really fast. While there's plenty of learning you can do on the job, you also need to think about external sources of learning. For example, when I've run into data analysis challenges at work, first place I go to is YouTube. This is how I taught myself how to use Power BI and build powerful and, if I may say so myself, aesthetically pleasing dashboards that lead to insights and good data-driven decisions. And it made me stand out at work because very few people had the expertise that I had. But if you want to get even more structured and formal with your learning, you can explore a number of online learning platforms where you can even earn certificates upon completion. I've listed a few of my favorites down below, including one that I'm doing right now through the University of Texas at Austin with their postgraduate program in artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm having a great time. I've got a whole series that I'm working on for that entire program. I'm gonna be reviewing it, so make sure to subscribe, follow if you wanna check that content out. But the bottom line is keep learning. Online courses, webinars, boot camps, whatever keeps you sharp. Mistake number 4 is neglecting work-life balance. We've all been there. We've worked late nights, weekends, and burnout is real. Make time for hobbies, hang out with friends, and don't underestimate the power of a good Netflix binge. You need to give yourself an opportunity to recharge. Anytime I get stuck with problems at work, the solutions often come to me after I've closed the laptop. I go outside, touch my feet to the grass, get some exercise, maybe go for a walk or a run. Physical activity in my book is probably one of the most critical components of the recharging. And it's been fairly well documented in scientific literature that exercise is linked to improved cognitive function and creativity. Not to mention, it's great for your mental health and your physical health, obviously. But however you want to disconnect, just do it, your career will thank you. And finally, underestimating soft skills. Technical skills get you in the door, but soft skills are what's going to keep you in the room. Communication, empathy, teamwork, all these are some of the skills that will set you apart. And one of the most critical soft skills is influence. Now, there's a lot of other skills wrapped up into this one, but influence is how effective you are at motivating others to pursue a course of action. For example, if I'm trying to influence someone to take an action or help me, I think about the following. How is this something important to the organization? What's the overarching goal? What does the other person care about? How is success measured for them? And do they care about the same KPIs as me? That's key performance indicators. And then how does this action benefit them? What's in it for them? And how do you learn the answers to those questions? You guessed it. You meet with them, and then you ask them questions. You get to know them as people and as professionals. And you build a relationship just like you would build a relationship with anyone. And in any good relationship, listening is key. You want to hear what their world is like so that when you're asking them for something, they know that you know where they're coming from. And that helps shape your message. It helps shape your communication in such a way that you're able to accomplish amazing things. 90% of everything that I've accomplished in my career has been enabled through great relationships. So build your soft skills and you'll be set. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a big advocate for continuous learning, and it's done wonders for my career. And if you want to learn more about what it's done for me, make sure to check out my other video where I talk about my online MBA experience, as well as all the other learning that I've done through other online learning platforms. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.